Hi guys, it's Mal. A week ago we were in here with the F75. We're in the paddock field at the plague farm, and we were really struggling to ground balance the machine, and we didn't really find anything. We found a bit of melted aluminium, a shotgun case, and a bit of a musket ball. And I've had a word with Pete at John Allen, and he's kindly sent out another coil just to see if it was the coil. Just see, you've got the new coil on there. Now, I've already switched the machine on and we've managed to ground balance, so it could be that there was a little fault on the original coil with the F75, the reason I wasn't getting anything in this field. So we'll give it another go for about another hour, and then we'll go and try one of the fields that I have found some good stuff on in the past down the other side of the string. So we'll just give this another go in the paddock and see what we can pull out with the new coil. So I'll catch you guys later on, a little round up of the paddock field before we go on to the long field on the other side of the street. Well guys, I've given up on that paddock field. I was in there for an hour and never got one signal. Just come into the field next to the paddock field and got a nice little signal down here at 6 inches down. Now hopefully it's a high reading signal, to 85 on the F75, so hopefully that'll be like other finds, it'll be up in the like a copper penny or a halfpenny. It's definitely deep down. I can just feel something in the hole there. Looks like we got a buckle. Oh, it's a very heavy duty buckle ring, pretty modern. I would say that's sort of like, let's switch the probe off, probably a 20th century one, that one, early 20th century, maybe late 19th century, off a piece of harness. So first positive signal we've had, and I will just move out of here because I've disturbed an ant's nest. So I'll get on to the next finds. Now guys, got a nice deep one here. It's about 6-7 inches down here, just in that corner there. A little bit of rust, so I'm just wondering if there's another piece of deep iron. I can just see the rust now. Oh, it's a little buckle. Still got the iron pin intact. Well, that's a reasonable age, that one. So I hazard a guess at least 300-400 years old, that one at least. That's a nice find. The new coils were obviously working okay to get that find down there. Came with a nice clean signal. Oh, that'll clean up nicely. So let's carry on down this line, going down towards the string, and the finds are starting to pick up. Well guys, got a nice crisp shallow signal here, about 3 inches down. Up in the centre of the clump here. A bit closer. I've got a sneaky feeling it could be the dreaded shotty cap. Just breaking this clump open. Still there. Whatever it is, it's small. It's definitely a bit shallower than the first thought. Oh, here we are. What we got? And it looks like we got a coin. Hard to make out what that is. I need to inspect that. It's about the size of an old 5p. That actually looks on the back like it's a modern day coin. Date's 1970 something, so it's obviously a modern day coin. And I've got a sneaky suspicion this could even be a American coin. Well, I'll let you know in the roundabout. Not the roundabout, the roundup, guys. Just to see what this is. Definitely looks like a American one. So I'll catch up with you guys at the roundup with this one. Well guys, got a nice clear signal there in this clump. I'll just break him up, see what we can find. Come from about 6 inches down. That's in that one. Something very small. Just a bit of crap. Well guys, dug down a little way and got a little Vicky halfpenny. Nice clear signal. Yeah, it's an old bunhead halfpenny that. Oh, like finding these, the pretty portraits of the Victoria on the back. So I'll get that in the fines pouch. Things are certainly improving now we've got this new coil on. Okay, you've got another shallow one there, but I don't know if you can actually see that. There's all these ants. I keep disturbing all these ants there as I'm digging, and they actually drive me nuts to do. I'll not take too long and try to find this. Pretty shallow find. Oh, there we go. Looks like it's a 1p. So, with that being so shallow, that's probably why. Ow! Flaming ants are biting me. Right, I'm going to get this hole closed and then get away from this ant's nest. Oh guys, you see all the lit ants there? I'm just getting really uppity because I've disturbed the nest. You can just see the eggs there and the eggs there, so I'll get them covered over again and leave them in peace. But they don't have bite. Well, that's an impressive depth. You see the probe level with this top of the grass there, so that's 9 inches down. This tiny little coin just come out. I just make a slight head on it. It may be an old Charles. Definitely a old coin that, well worn. Just trying to make the head out. Well, there's definitely a head there. It could be, might even be a William. Looking at it, it's very, very worn. We'll get that cleaned up and try and get that identified for the roundup for you. Quite pleased with that. This F75 definitely does punch down. Finds a few and far between as to expect on this farm, but very, very pleased with it now. The little problem with the ground balance has been sorted out. So we've got another couple of hours, so we'll carry on along this stream. Well guys, this is a really deep one. If you ever think you're being watched when you're detecting, here's all my little bullock friends. All been watching me from the other side of the stream. I wish I could go in that side of the stream, but they'll be an absolute pest. But I'll carry on down after this find. I'll let you know what we get. It's in amongst the tree roots, so it will take a bit of time to dig them out. But I thought I was being watched, and there they are. Well guys, dug my way down. I've gone about 10 inches down, and you just see a bit of chain, and actually root has grown right through it, so I'll just leave that down there. Oh, that took some digging to get down there through these roots. I knew there was something there, but unfortunately just a bit of chain. Well, from about 9 inches down, got our first button. Not a pure button, but 18th century probably. Still intact with a loop on the back. So I'm a lot happier now. The F75's found its first button pretty deep, so I know that it's working as it should do. Right, so we've got about another hour and a half to go yet. It's very quiet as usual on this field, but can't get onto the one I really want to go because of all the cattle that's there. So, carry on. Well guys, nice clear single. Just turn the sod over and you can just see the impression of the pennies made. About 4 inches down. An old penny. Old Edward one. Or is it a George? No, it's a George. George the 5th. That's a second coin of the day. So that's not gone too bad now. Definitely the coil's sorted out now, and we're starting to find the coins and other bits and pieces, which is good news. Well guys, got a nice sweet tone. I just got them down here, like 5-6 inches deep. Down the bottom of the hole there. And see tiny little, I don't know if it's a pierced coin or if it's a dog tag. Looks like a pierced coin. Yeah, there's no writing on it or anything, but well eaten away, so it could be a pierced coin. Well, I'll have to get that home and clean it up and see what we got there. Well guys, that's something a bit different. I've been getting a lot of junk and the usual bits of deep iron, and we've just got this counter. It's obviously off a piece of the farm machinery for counting something. Stuck on 2665 and then it fell off. Well, I'll get that in the fines pouch. It's something interesting but very difficult. Might give a big banging signal. That's a strange looking object that is. Obviously it was meant for something, but made it a bit of copper plate. Very strange. Don't think it's of any age though. I'll just have a word with John the farmer, see if he can shed any light what that could be off. Very strange. Well guys, just turned the sod over, got a nice steady signal. Looks like I've got a little buckle, but unfortunately it doesn't look intact. That's a shame. So it was a reasonably old one by the looks of things. Yeah, just a part of a buckle. That's a shame that would have been a nice little one, that probably about 17th century, that one. Well, chances yet we'll get some more in here. About 6-7 inches down, just narrowed it down to this little clod here, and can you see what's just on the edge there? I'm not saying anything yet, but hopefully it's what I think it is. I'll just carefully take him out. It looks like a bit of silver. Now, is that a button or is it a coin? Well, it's a bit of silver, I know that. I think it might be an old sixpence. Definitely got a milled edge. Yeah, I'm not cleaning it up too much, but I think we've got an old silver sixpence there. So that's the first bit of silver for the F75, so pleased with that. Well, that one gave a good signal. It's the second little jar that I found intact. Still got the lid on it, so see if we can prise him out without damaging it. There we go. Just pick the lid up and get the whole jar. I don't know what that's been. It looks like something sticky. The top's got a hole on it as well, so might be something like an old Vic jar or something like that. Don't think I'll open it up just in case. So just an interesting find, destined for the rubbish bin. Well, confidence is getting restored with the F75, a tiny little button. Those are the first few outings we had with the F75. I couldn't pick these up at all, weren't getting any buttons. I always know when the machine's working properly, we get these tiny little buttons giving you a good signal. So let's get on and get the rest of this field mapped out. That's a nice little find. Heart was racing a little bit when I saw it down the hole. It was about 6 inches down. A little gilded buckle. Yeah, it's probably sort of like 18th century, that one. Would have been nice in its day. Gold plated by the looks of things. Oh, get that in the finds pouch and get on to the next one. Well guys, last find of the day, and that's a good 9 inches down. We've got this lead weight. Looks like a loom weight of some sort. Not sure about the age, very difficult to identify these. I'll see if I can, when I get home, I can identify it a bit better. It's quite heavy, probably about 2.5 ounces of lead. So it's probably about off a loom or something like that. So I'll catch up with you guys now at the review, and hopefully we can identify a few of the finds we've had today with the F75. We'll see you in a bit. Hi guys, that was a better hunt. We eventually traced down the fault on the F75. There was a bit of a dodgy coil. Occasionally it worked, occasionally it didn't. It just wouldn't ground balance, so I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. And saying that, we went into the new field at the back of the farm there, which we just started on the last video, and find got a lot better. Still getting a lot of junk on the F75. This sort of thing like deep iron in the rings, the iron rings, and little bits and pieces of iron which are pretty deep down. You can see especially the one on the root. That was about 10 inches down and gave a lovely signal. So it does show that the F75 is deep, but it's a bit iffy on iron. It's very deep. I've spoken to a few people about this, and they've also said the same thing with theirs, and also with the T2 they find the same thing. It's virtually the same machine really. But other than that, a lot more finds did come out today. This strange looking thing, this like shamrocky thing. Don't know what that is for. I had a word with John afterwards and he doesn't know either. Oh, and the other thing is, I spoke to John about the field, the paddock field, and getting no signals, and then he's baffled by that as well, because he's lived there all his life and he is 71 now, and nothing. He just said that that field is just as it always has been with the ploughing furrow, so I think we need to give that a good go with the CTX, just to see what else is in there. Other than that, with the rubbish, we got a few nice little bits of finds today. I've got the lead loom weight, I think it is. It looks quite an old one, that, the shape of it. Interesting buckle. A few coins, a few buttons, and overall an enjoyable day. Now this F75 has settled down a bit, I got a bit more confidence in it. Getting the little buttons from about 4 inches down, so which is always a good sign. So we'll keep persevering with the F75. I might take it up to Hilltop Farm just to see how it gets on up there, and also I'm looking forward to the harvest, getting it back into the roaming field. So it's your pal Mal, just signing off now. Catch you on the next one. Cheers then.